So we're here at the OLPC Summit here in San Francisco. So who are you?
My name is Claudia Urrea. I work with OLPC Association in Miami, but I'm based in Boston, and I'm the Director of Learning.
So what is your background?
I'm a computer scientist. That's my undergrad, but then my master's and my PhD and all of my experience comes from the educational side of it. So education and technology.
At the MIT?
I did my master's at Boston University and my PhD at MIT, but I worked at MIT for 18 years.
So is it true to say that you're the boss of learning or the boss of teaching, or how does it work in OLPC? What are you trying to do? What's your role?
So my role for the association, which is the side of the organization that is working with deployments, with the governments, with the foundations, to deploy these machines and to design a good program that hopefully will change how kids learn. My job is to accompany those projects and to making sure that they design a good program, that the kids have opportunities to use the machines in the school and after school, that the teachers get training, they get support, that content is developed for the machines, meaning lessons, but also content is available in those machines and hopefully servers to have kids learn wonderful things.
So how do you measure success in OLPC? Do you want to go through standardized tests, or you change the test because the students are learning something new?
So this year I've been working exactly on an initiative that I call innovation and evaluation, meaning that we're trying to make learning visible in different platforms. So one way is to make it visible in the journal. So we're creating tools that will help people understand what the kids are doing with their machines, not only at school but also after school, to use and develop tools at the server. So all of the machines that get backed up at the school, you have tools to understand how maybe the scale of a classroom or the scale of a school, you understand what's happening. And also we're trying to create and launch a global site that will give kids and teachers and everyone opportunities to share what they're doing. So we're developing tools to analyze and make visible what happened, but really to create a framework that helps people understand, not only see projects, but understand what that means, what the projects, how sophisticated they are, how creative kids are by looking at the scale of the project. So
it's data, it's graphs, it's visualization of success?
Exactly, yeah.
And it's through the laptop, the Sugar software, and the server?
So you could do it in different ways. You could do it in, like I said, in the journal. So create tools like, for example, we create a portfolio tool that helps kids, give the kids a framework to think about what they've designed and create in their machines, and hopefully reflect on those creations and share with the teacher, with everyone. And at the server, where hopefully all the journals are backed up, and also if we create a global site that we're planning to launch, also have those tools to understand at a larger scale what happens. Yeah.
But there are already studies being done on the deployments that have been made already, right? Uruguay is checking how successful it is, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, every deployment is evaluating what they're doing. So there are different ways to think about that. So one is they're evaluating the design. So if I design a program for my country and I have few components, one of them being the teacher training, how teachers are trained, what content gets develop, how I reach the schools to bring laptops. So all of those components of a plan, of course, get evaluated because people need to know how they're doing to make any adjustment to the program. So those are happening almost everywhere because they need to be accountable for, the money or anything that they got for the program. But also they're looking at I will say that people are trying to understand how kids are using the machine. So what they're doing right now in Uruguay, like you mentioned, is they're trying to use interviews and observations to ask the kids what type of activities are you using, what are the most preferred. They also look at maybe the sites that the kids are visiting, trying to understand what information they're trying to access. So all of these things are happening. They're trying to understand how learning is being changed by the use of the laptops at home and at the school, and how the community also is impacted. So that happens almost in every deployment. But what we're trying to do is trying to have more embedded mechanisms that will help people to understand what's happening at the larger level, and hopefully, like you said before, change the standardized test and not have kids measured by whether they memorize facts or not, but whether they're really developing skills that will get them through life in such a powerful way.
Okay. Do you believe this is like a school in a box?
I'm familiar with that concept. Yeah? I don't know if it's a school in the box. I think it's a powerful movement. It's hard to understand what OLPC. I mean, it's hard to draw a line to explain what OLPC is. As the kids, as the teachers, as the community, like the kind of people that are participating in this meeting, but also the organization. So.